The truth cannot be denied. You refused to bow to chaos, and in doing so, you shook the very foundation of those who thought they could toy with your life. The moment you stood in your power, the game stopped. The illusions fell apart. And now, those who once laughed at your light tremble in the shadows of their own schemes. They wanted your reputation ruined, but instead, it was their own mask that slipped. They tried to brand you as unstable, as unworthy, as someone to be dismissed. Yet, their lies collapsed under the weight of your integrity. They miscalculated one thing. Your soul was never built on their approval. What happens when the one they thought was fragile turns out to be unshakable? What happens when the target dodges every arrow like Neo in the Matrix, moving gracefully as if bullets were never a threat? That's exactly what you did. You danced between the chaos, and the chaos destroyed itself. The problem for them is simple. They thought you were ordinary. They assumed you would beg for acceptance, plead for validation, or break under slander. Instead, you stood taller. You exposed their immaturity. You revealed their desperation. And in doing so, you triggered them beyond measure. You weren't the problem. You were the mirror. You reflected back their envy, their deceit, their childishness. And when they saw themselves in that reflection, they hated it. They hated you for holding the mirror up to their soul. That is why they attempted to twist narratives, drag your name, and scatter lies. But the universe has laws that cannot be bent by human hands. What is planted must be harvested. What is spoken must be answered. Their words boomeranged, their venom returned, and now they sit in quiet misery, wondering why their laughter has turned to trembling. Do not misunderstand. This is not revenge. This is balance. This is the return of energy. When you stepped away, their playground collapsed. When you withheld your presence, their false kingdom crumbled. They underestimated how much your energy sustained them. You are not a doormat, and you are not a punching bag. You are a vessel of truth, and truth cannot be mocked without consequence. Those who treated you as disposable now live with the ache of realizing they lost the rarest jewel they ever touched. Some of them sit in silence, scrolling through your life from afar, pretending not to care while secretly obsessing over your glow. Others wrestle with shame, knowing they had a chance to walk with you but chose instead to betray you. Either way, they are all left with the echo of your absence. Let it be known, their pain is not your responsibility. Their downfall is not your concern. Your only role was to step into your worth, to leave the table when love was no longer served. The rest is the law of life unfolding as it must. Today you walk lighter. Your peace is unshakable. Your joy flows without obstruction. You no longer bargain with chaos. You no longer trade your dignity for proximity. You have declared with your silence, if you cannot honor me, you cannot have access to me. This decision has made you untouchable. They cannot lure you back with false apologies. They cannot bribe you with crumbs of affection. They cannot control you with guilt. You cut the strings. You ended the performance. And the puppet masters are furious because the show is over. How ironic that in trying to humiliate you, they only expose themselves. How ironic that in trying to silence you, they amplified your voice. How ironic that in trying to bury you, they forgot you were a seed. And now, you bloom right before their eyes. Some may face illness, some may face loss. Others may wander in circles wondering why nothing in their life prospers. But the truth is plain. When you mistreat light, you invite darkness into your own home. When you dishonor purity, you inherit corruption. This is why you do not need to defend yourself. This is why you do not need to clap back, argue, or justify. Their punishment is their reflection. Their judgment is their own choices. And your greatest act of defiance is to keep rising while they sink. Let them call you the problem. Let them paint you as the villain, because at the end of the day, you know the truth. You did not betray, you did not deceive, you did not destroy. You simply chose yourself, and for that, they will grieve forever. You are not angry, you are free. You are not bitter, you are better. You are not stuck, you are soaring. and every step forward is another confirmation that leaving them behind was the greatest victory of your life. Now, you live with clarity. You live with boundaries. You live with standards that cannot be lowered. And in that strength, you inspire others to rise, to walk away, to honor themselves just as you did. Do not look back. Do not entertain their shadows. Keep walking into the light of your destiny. For every door that closed with their exit, a greater door has opened. For every lie they told, truth has multiplied. For every attempt to bury you, blessings have blossomed. And so the final word is this: they lost, not you. They played themselves, not you. And while they drown in regret, you thrive in purpose. Let that be their lesson, and let this be your testimony. And now repeat this prayer with me. Dear God, I thank you for the courage to walk away from dishonor. I thank you for the wisdom to choose peace over chaos. I thank you for the power to silence every storm without lifting a single weapon. I pray for the strength of those listening to this message. May they find the courage to cut ties with anything or anyone who dishonors their worth. May they never again accept crumbs when they were born to feast at a greater table. Cover them with protection. Shield them from the eyes that seek to envy, the tongues that seek to slander, and the hands that seek to harm. Surround them with peace so deep it cannot be disturbed. Release them from every invisible chain. Break the soul ties, the lingering doubts, the hidden fears. Replace it all with confidence, clarity, and divine boldness. May their enemies become their footstool, not because of vengeance, but because of the unshakable law of sowing and reaping. May those who dishonored them be forced to watch their elevation in silence. I declare restoration. Every place where they were diminished, let expansion come. Every place where they were mocked, let honor return. Every place where they were betrayed, let loyalty arise in new connections. Heal their hearts from the wounds of rejection. Fill the empty spaces with joy that cannot be stolen, laughter that cannot be silenced, and love that cannot be broken. Let them glow so brightly that no shadow can touch them. Let their lives be living proof that no scheme, no gossip, no slander can stop a chosen one walking in divine purpose. Bless their homes, their families, their finances, and their health. Let abundance flow like a river where once there was lack. Let doors open wide where once there were walls. And may they never again doubt their value. May they rise daily with the unshakable truth that they are untouchable, unstoppable, and unbreakable. Amen.